Choose one: Igbo Presidency or Biafra. Chimamanda asked. Chima Adichie, an award-winning author, says the Igbo people can't unite towards selecting a Nigerian president in what appears to be a dig at the terrible leadership in the southeast. She bared her thoughts about the now defunct secessionist state of Biafra in recent interview with Ebuka Obi Uchendu, a television personality. The 43-year-old writer said she fears her people won't be able to unite politically should it come to selecting an Igbo president. According to her, the Igbo people need to rethink how they strategize politically before talking about secession. There is no Biafra. There are new movements, but for me, it's a question of being practical. Where would the border be? What is propelling this movement is a sense of marginalization, which I think is completely valid, she said. But this idea that the answer is independence is what I am not convinced of. Nobody has made a logical case for me. Quite frankly, I am observed the terrible leadership that we have in the southeast. Igbo people cannot unite if, for example, we say we want an Igbo president and then we are talking about Biafra. There is a lot of political work we need to do in the southeast. We need to do a lot of rethinking on how we strategize politically before we can talk about Biafra. Speaking of the status of the feminism movement in Nigeria with regards to the Igbo subculture, the novelist said that one of the things she battles with is what she termed the misogynistic tendencies of many cultural practices in the East. There are things I quarrel with. In Igbo culture, it's misogynistic, as are many cultures. That's the problem. The world is misogynistic. At my father's funeral, they showed where the widow, my mother, would sit, she explained. And they showed where the son in the extended family, Umunna, would sit. That's where those coming would go to present whatever they bring. It's the son, and that was the end. My father had 3 daughters. There was no place for them. I raised the question, and a man in my Umunna said we would have to loiter around. There's a problem with that. There is a woman who apparently is going to run for governor in Anambra State. I am having a conversation with a group of people, and what they are saying is, can a woman rule Anambra? Do you need a dangling organ to rule a state? It's hard enough for both and female politicians. But women have the additional problem of perception, a reason for which many people won't vote them. Igbo culture is just not very good when it comes to gender. Culture as we have it are rules men made to benefit men. In my hometown, I seem to have this status of an honorary man, and that's because of my achievements. People adapt when they see some benefits to it, which means that it's changeable. It's engraved on the stone. Chimamanda had earlier put out a short story titled Zikora when quizzed on whether or not she is writing a new novel. The author said, I am writing now. I write where I can. My life in the US is quitter, So I write when I'm in the US. I'm trying to write a new book. It's important for me to protect my writing time. What I can tell you is that because of old age, I'm now a much slower writer. When I was 22, another writer used to say I was writing one story on one hand and another on the other hand. I was churning these things that they are telling me rest, but now, old age, my God, I write a paragraph that I am happy with. In a week, it's that bad though. It doesn't necessarily matter where I'm writing, but what happened or happening at the time. It matters that I have silence and space. Now that I am a mother, it also matters that I feel comfortable about where my daughter is and whether or not she's getting care. Thank you for listening to this news. In fact, Chimamanda is just like it's just as if you're in my mind. Like seriously, exactly what you just said is what is exactly in my mind. And you know, the most interesting part of this is that I said it before in my channel that there is no way Igbo can gain presidency if Biafrans don't give their support to this. Because when you take your statistics very well, when you decide to take a very good statistics of the Igbos in the southeast, you will see that majority of these Igbos are members of Biafra. They are Biafrans. And because they are Biafrans, they will not give their support to Igbo presidency. And because they will not give their support to Igbo presidency, there is Igbo will succeed in becoming president of this country. And that is where you came in by making them to choose Igbo presidency or Biafran. But now, Igbo in majority, the 90% Igbo are saying Biafra. Now, those 10% that are saying Igbo presidency, how possible is it that they can be able to achieve that? What is the possibility that they can achieve that Igbo presidency when their number is very, very low? And you know, politics is a question of number, and that is what we are talking about. So the Igbo presidency thing is not going to be possible. It's not going to be possible. So when they take out when they look at it and see that the Igbos that are not in support of Igbo presidency are much, you see that is what will now warrant the moving of that zoning away from the Igbos and back to the north or the west. You shall see that the Omega Fire Ministry gave a prophecy that he sees Professor Osibajo becoming president of this country. We shall see. I think there is an atom of truth in what that man of God have just said. You will see that. So Chimamanda, you are actually speaking right. So that is why I was of the opinion. I said, in the Igbo, you people want Igbo governors, you want presidency, and you are not in good time with the Biafrans. How possible is that going to be? You want Igbo presidency and you are criticizing Nnamdi Kanu. You are rejecting his security outfits. And you want Igbo presidency. I laugh. I laugh. Like seriously. Well, that is by the way. My viewers, based on what Chimamanda have just said and my own opinion, I await your own opinion. Please, deem it fit to leave those comments of yours below the comment box. Click on the subscription buttons as well as the bell buttons to get updated whenever we upload any new videos. Thank you.